Hello again. One of the great things about writing on Substack is that I'm able to go into far greater detail than is possible during a 3 or 4 minute chat like this on YouTube. I've long been fascinated by the First World War, and in particular the idea that Field Marshal Haig and the other senior officers at that time were heartless fools who squandered men's lives needlessly during battles like Passchendaele and the Somme. The soldiers at that time certainly didn't view their senior officers in that way, either at the time of the war or in later years. The name Douglas became hugely popular after the end of the First World War, as ex-soldiers wished to honour their old leader. When he died in 1928, Haig's funeral was an occasion for the outpouring of national grief, and it was former soldiers and men who had actually been at the Somme and other battles who were determined to pay tribute to their old commander. His funeral was similar in many ways to that of Princess Diana 70 years later, for the degree of public mourning shown. My own grandfather was with the colours from 1914 all the way through to the armistice in 1918. He was absolutely fanatically adoring of Haig. He had a postcard of Haig that he had bought during the 1920s, and every armistice day that picture of Haig went up on the mantelpiece in my grandfather's house until the day he died in the early 1970s. No one dared to say a word against Haig in front of my grandfather. It was the same thing with many other old soldiers. So why do we now have such a negative view of Haig and the other generals of that time? I've published a piece on this subject on Substack, to which I give a link in the description to this video. This explores the matter in detail. It is perhaps enough to say that the television situation comedy Blackadder has played a leading role in the creation of the mythology which now surrounds Field Marshal Haig. Incredible as it may seem, episodes of Blackadder are routinely used in schools. They're shown to pupils studying the First World War. A comedy programme has now become one of the main sources of ordinary people's information about one of the greatest soldiers of the 20th century.